Please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to one and all present in the meeting today. Thank you for joining us today for this Global Sustainability Initiative Conference that brings together leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to address environmental and social challenges. The conference aims to foster collaborative solutions and share best practices for advancing sustainability across various sectors with the goal of driving actionable strategies and partnerships for a more sustainable future. I would like to welcome Mr. Nara Subramaniam. Sir, your extensive experience as the founder and CEO of Resolve Asia, Senior Consultant for MB International, SDN BHD, and Associate for Equity Consulting uniquely positions you to offer invaluable insights on the intersection of global leadership and sustainability. Your expertise in logistics, supply chain consultancy, and corporate governance is highly anticipated as you will be addressing the critical topic of global leadership and sustainability initiatives. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Asma, and very good evening to all of you. Good evening, Dr. Halima, Dr. Ram, and Mr. Sudhakar. My pleasure to be here as well, and we'll just start in a minute. Okay, I think you're able to see my screen.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, it's loading.
It's loading.
Streaming.
I think looks like we're having a very slow internet here. Just let me know when you are able to see.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's now. Yeah, it's ready now.
Okay, great.
But it's better you can go for full screen.
Okay. So again, very good evening to all of you, and just wanted to give you a quick slide to show where we, in terms of the global conference on leadership as well as on sustainable development. Thank you to Dr. Halima for organizing together with Dr. Ram. And I'm so happy also to be part of the conference, part of the award ceremony. And in that sense, I feel I'm actually part of a solution. So I feel as well that when we talk about leadership and sustainability, sustainable development and everything else, if we are not part of the solution, then we are part of the problem. This is a cliche statement, but everything is affected by and everything affects sustainable development. So in that context, I think we all have a responsibility to be part of the solution and do not be part of the problem. I looked at leadership and I was trying to see in terms of what are the real issues which are there in terms of sustainable development, and also what are the initiatives that have already been taken so far to help sustainable development and to bring it to a next level of improvement. So if we look at the changes or the global initiatives that have already been implemented, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, this was out there way back in 2015. And when that was brought about, it involved a lot of upheaval, around the world, and whether everyone was going to agree and accept. So when we looked at the United Nations development goals, these goals provided a blueprint in terms of for peace and prosperity, as well as for people around the planet. now and into the future, because sustainable development, we're actually talking about going into the future for the future generations. The second one is on climate action and environmental sustainability. So when we look at leaders and leadership and how this is actually being implemented, how are leaders enforcing? So the focus should be on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, protecting the biodiversity, promoting renewable energy, and also ensuring sustainable use of the natural resources. One of the key elements you would have all remembered was the Paris Agreement. This was many years back, but not all the developed countries of the world are part of this Paris Agreement. If they were, then I think the SDGs and sustainable development will go further. So again, leadership and sustainable development goes hand in hand. Economic development and poverty alleviation. This is one of the key fundamental SDGs. Sustainable development was always requiring economic growth to help the people of the world. These were initiatives such as microfinance programs, sustainable agriculture projects, and also the ability to create jobs through green technologies and all. One of the other key aspects was social inclusion and equity. When we are talking about diversity and around the world, the people, the
Are
cultures,
you sharing your
how
slides? Actually, your slides are stuck at one place and we are not able to see the other side.
pardon is not moving.
No, not moving. So will you please keep it on the slideshow? Then it will move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. All right.
Slideshow. On the
Let me
top, there is
see. I think
slideshow. Click on that.
yes. Okay. Let me see.
On the top, there
Maybe
is
I'll just do
icon.
this. Correct. So which slide is actually being shown now?
It was the first one only.
Ah, oh my goodness. Okay, okay, okay. I'm so sorry. I think the internet, the slow internet is really affecting us. Can you see this?
Now you are not sharing. Please share again.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, you
sir.
stop. Yeah, yeah. Now it's loading.
Yeah.
Now it's loading.
You're able to see now?
Still
No, it's
loading.
loading.
Oh, I should have also sent this to you, Dr. Alima.
Yes,
Now,
yes, but should go to full screen.
click on slideshow. It is on the review mode.
Actually, still it is in the edit page. Maybe you have to
Wow.
click and close the format background.
நம்ம ரூமுக்கு
Okay.
போமா போயிட்டு உன்னை பார்சல் வாங்கிட்டு போய் விட்டுறேன். ரூமுக்கு போயினா கொஞ்ச நேரம் சார்ஜ் போட்டு அடுத்த ஸ்பீக்கர் நம்ம கவனிச்சிடலாம்.
Yep. I think please mute all other participant.
Please mute.
Yeah, mute all other participant except the coordinator and speaker.
Is it now on this side?
Yes. Now in fourth slide.
Yeah, please unmute yourself and then please go ahead.
Okay. So I was speaking about the respective is very, very slow. I was speaking about the respective initiatives that have actually been in place, and I'm so sorry, Dr. Alima.
No, it's okay. It's technical issues.
Sir,
What can we do?
can you go ahead?
Yeah.
You are all right. Just go ahead.
Okay. So the other aspect of it is when we looked at the various we also realized that there are many challenges that have been affecting the implementation of the sustainable development.
Please unmute yourself, Mr. Nara.
Is it now okay?
Yes.
All right. So funding and investment, just like any other project, the Sustainable Development Initiative requires fundings and it requires innovative funding mechanisms because these are taking place over the entire span of the world and it requires funding which needs to be over many decades. The SDGs were to be implemented by 2030 and it's already 2024, 2025 and we are finding that many initiatives have not achieved the critical mass. So there are initiatives such as green bonds, climate finance, and also funding from both the public and private sectors. When we talk about public-private partnerships, there are many aspects of the public as well as private sectors who are willing to fund. But if the leadership is not there to harness the funding initiatives from across the world, this sustainable development project will not work. And we are supposed to implement all of this by 2050, where you're looking at a huge population of almost 9 billion. And how is the world population going to be sustained? The other challenge which has been faced is the coherence or understanding of the various policies and also coordinating of all of these policies across the world. So we found that policies need to be aligned, policies need to be mutually reinforceable. So if it's already enforced in one location, how can it be reinforced and how can it be enforced in another location? Only one country does better and the other country doesn't do well. One group of a population does well, the rich becomes richer, the poor becomes poorer. You need to be very coherent. Everybody must understand. Everybody needs to be coordinated. It needs a robust institutional framework. This is one failure which many projects actually have. And the Sustainable Development Goals are also at risk. Monitoring and accountability. We always say what you cannot measure, you cannot improve. So the initiative required reliable data to monitor the progress and also hold all the stakeholders accountable. So data collection is a key priority for the Sustainable Development Initiative. Net. I wanted to give a few examples, and I've only taken examples in Asia. This is the last slide, just to give you an indication of what are some of the successful initiatives that have taken place. For example, in China, the climate action and environmental sustainability. China actually has come out with this carbon neutrality pledge. And this carbon neutrality pledge has actually worked very successfully. In India, the Smart Cities Mission, this was again another initiative where many of the cities in India have taken on this goal and the role to be improve all aspects of city living, including renewable energy, water, clean water, etc. So you use all of the SDGs, but then you classify and you take on a goal. Each city takes on a goal. So it's in a microcosm of the city itself. In Bangladesh, I think we all are very much aware about the microfinance program, which was initiated many decades ago, and now the gentleman who initially started it has in fact become the leader in Bangladesh. So this just showed how economic development and poverty alleviation has been improved to a huge success until it has become a signature project around the world. Social inclusion and equity. So this is an area where Japan actually came out with the gender equality initiatives for women in terms of equality, equity, etc. Public-private partnership is a very key aspect where Indonesia's forest management and conservation efforts have shown to be highly successful. I've got details of all of this. I want to share that with you, but due to short of time, I'm just rushing through the initiatives. And the last one which I picked out was the renewable energy initiative. Many countries around the world have actually implemented renewable energy projects, solar, etc. But in Vietnam, in particular, the government actually came out with funding, and they just exploded various parts of Vietnam, many cities, many tourist spots, etc. And that solar boom has improved um, renewable energy initiatives, increased PV usage, and also reduce their cost. So I wanted to just say that what are the initiatives around the world? What are the challenges faced? And examples of positive actions. So this is just to give you a very good snapshot. I hope this has been of some good use for all of us here in terms of where are areas which we can actually go out and do improvements by looking at these examples of the positive actions which have succeeded. So thank you so much. I would like to apologize for all the little mishaps just now. And back to you, Dr. Halima and Asma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nara. And I wish that we would have seen all the slides, but whatever we could see, it was really a very well-researched presentation that you have prepared. And we hope to listen to you in the conference in a greater detail. So thank you very much. And over to you, Asma, please.